Hi everybody. Another long day of sewing. It's about 9 o'clock and I think I'm going to be heading home soon because I've been dealing with a headache most of the day. So I'm going to try to call it a night. Another great day of sewing, getting some work done for the fashion show that's coming up. So if you're tuning in live right now, my name is Roberta and I am a Mi'kmaq tailor. My business is called The Top Stitch. And look, I am tired. This is pretty tired, Roberta. But definitely worth it because of the work that we're doing to help raise money for Pump Couture. So Pump Couture is happening this weekend. It is a fashion show where all of the models are either have type 1, type 2 diabetes. So they're all fundraising to raise as much money as they can to send as many kids to diabetic camp. So we're helping as a designer. We're creating original pieces to showcase in the runway. So we wanted to think about, first of all, the person in mind, what challenges they have when it comes to medical devices. And, you know, sometimes we take that for granted when we're wearing clothes and things like that. Sometimes we can just grab things off the shelf and wear it comfortably. But if you have a medical device, that can be sometimes quite challenging. Since, like, if say, for example, if you are insulin dependent with the pump, you have to have the right clothes, garments, and things like that so that you can accommodate for that pump, right? So, you know, for those who do not have diabetes, may not think about those things, but if you're living with diabetes, those are the things that you have to think about on a regular basis. So we're designing some things, some clothing that is going to, you know, keep those things in mind. So yesterday we were working with, over the weekend, we worked with Peter and we designed his clothing. So we're ready for that. It's going to be amazing. So today we were able to meet with Eric. So I'll share a little bit more about his story. Many of us locally may know Eric. He is very known for the 12 Dares of Christmas. If you haven't seen that online, going viral, every Christmas, every holiday, he does 12 dares where he's dared to do something. Of course he does it. It's an amazing opportunity to raise some funds for scholarships. So there's more information I'll share about that, so you can support him, you know, during the holidays, Christmas time. Definitely check that out. So Eric's recently been diagnosed with diabetes, so life change, a lot of things that's happened for him, but I mean, I think he's approached it very courageous, and sharing his story and talking about, you know, how it's changed things for him and how he's, you know, meeting that challenge with a lot of humor and, you know, challenges. Not only is he, you know, challenging other people to, you know, be a part of this cause, like, he's just amazing. So just having a chance to talk to him about things, he's a hoot. So I'm really glad I was able to dress him. So we wanted to create a piece that kept in mind most people that have diabetes. They actually have to access their device on their shoulder, where some, they have the pump, so the insulin pump is actually connected to their belt and to kind of like their belly. So sometimes they'll have it on their shoulder, sometimes they'll have it attached to their belt. So how do we design clothes that is accessible? Because again, we take for granted, if you're checking your medical device in your arm, you may have to take off your hoodie, take off your shirt, take off whatever if you have long sleeves. So long sleeves can be a challenge for those folks who have medical devices. So we actually designed a hoodie. Now, yesterday we had a different style in mind. We scrapped it. We decided not to go with the zipper on the sleeve, just because it would have been a little bit more difficult to kind of maneuver the zipper over your shoulder. And if anybody has, you know, challenges with mobility, it'll be difficult to do that. So we decided to change things up, and we decided to put the zipper under the sleeve, because by being under the sleeve, you can zip it down, take your sleeve off, access the medical device, and then put the sleeve back on. I'll show you what it looks like. So another thing, the design, I'll explain more of the design once I show you. We reverse it. Okay, so this is the hoodie. as you can tell, normal sleeve. This is your hoodie sleeve. So what's different about this, it actually has a zipper. Let me see if I can kind of get that zipper down. It's hard to do with one hand, please forgive me, but let me just see if I can do that with one hand. Hold on, I'm gonna put the phone down for 1 second. Okay, there we go, sorry. So anyway, so there's the zipper, right? So the zipper is actually under the hoodie sleeve. So by doing this, the person who is wearing this, they can access their arm so that if they have to check their blood sugar or administer anything like that, they have actually easy access to their arm. So that is incredible once we kind of figured out the best approach. So again, instead of adding the zipper here, we actually put the zipper underneath so that easy access for medical device or administering insulin and things like that. So to me, that is ingenious. I'm glad we kind of created that. So kind of had a couple of tests to kind of see if it was going to work. But my good friend Krista, she kind of suggested that it goes under the sleeve. And of course that worked perfectly. So sometimes it's trial and error. Sometimes we have to figure out as we go because we're designing something completely original to solve a problem. So we're very happy to do that. So this hoodie is actually one of our collection. We just created this collection. It's actually based on the 7 teachings of the Mi'kmaq culture. So in our culture, there's 7 words. And of course, those words come with teachings about life and things like that, but also it's associated with an animal. So the word courage, and then of course it is in Mi'kmaq. Now, please forgive me. I'm still learning my Mi'kmaq. I think it's pronounced Mekadate. I hope I can kind of correctly pronounce that. I'm definitely open to suggestions if any of our elders or language keepers would like to help me pronounce that. That would be fantastic because I am learning. So of course, the word courage, it is in applique with Tracy Metallics beautiful prints, which is the bear paw. So we use this into the word courage. And then on the side of the hoodie is the bear. And we put it on the side of the hoodie because most often people who have diabetes, they have to do the insulin from the side of their belly. So it's kind of like a little symbol of encouragement, that strength that we've incorporated into the design. So to be courageous, you know, to kind of put this on the side. And then of course, both sleeves have the zipper. So both sleeves have the zipper and then the word courage. And then of course it's in Mi'kmaq, but I really love this design here. So both sleeves, because they both have zippers, we wanted to kind of show some beautiful art pieces. So Sarah designed this. And if you notice, it's half color and half black. So it's all about, I mean, mental health and growth, change, you know, coloring your own world. It's okay not to be complete. We're always growing, we're always changing, and we're always kind of looking for, you know, the light in the dark kind of thing. So I really love this design. And of course, with the butterflies throughout the growth process, it's almost like a growth chart, like a life growth chart, right? So, you know, learning how we go through the steps and stuff like that. And of course, keeping all those, you know, milestones in our life in mind. So this is the one of the 7 pieces that we're creating. And each of the 7 teachings will be in a hoodie. So the next one we're working on is love. And then of course, instead of the bear, is actually going to be the eagle. And it's actually going to be pink. So, and then we've got some fabric that we're going to match that up. So then we have like some of the symbolism. Now, what's fun about this, Eric loves color. And so we actually we're actually finished these up. We're actually making some shorts to go with the hoodie. I found just researching what men like to wear, and it's been a challenge because men like to wear t-shirts and jeans, t-shirts, jeans, and hoodies, t-shirt, jeans, and hoodies. So there's not very much creativity. So we're like, okay, what do guys really like to wear? Hoodies and shorts. So part of our look is to kind of really launch this collection of the 7 teachings in hoodies, but also just some fun shorts with lots of pockets. Because that's one thing, a lot of the men that we talk to that have diabetes, they said pockets were very important because they have to carry usually snacks or candy or like medications or, you know, their insulin pump supplies. They usually carry it in their pockets and stuff. So having pockets, I think everybody pretty much can appreciate that, having the right pockets in the right places. So the second look for Eric, we're actually going to be showcasing Tracy Metallic's beautiful, let me just see if I can bring up her work. So I was talking to Tracy Metallic just on Facebook just the other day and told her about the show, and it would have just really been too much time for me to make all of the shirts that we wanted to have in the show. So she's generously offered to send me some shirts for the fashion show. So our guys would be wearing some of her collection. So I'm just going to bring it over to the website here. So if you haven't heard of Tracy Metallic, she is an incredible Mi'kmaq artist. She's a digital graphic artist, and some of her designs are actually in fabric that I've ordered, so they're coming in from Camelot. But she's able to put her designs on multiple items, including these men's shirts. So we have these shirts coming in. We'll have them at the show, and Eric will be modeling one of her shirts plus a vest. So we're going to make a vest that's going to match one of the shirts. So that's kind of our piece where we can kind of create. Yeah, isn't it great? Yeah, these hoodies are amazing. Like, we took our time to really design with our culture in mind, to kind of make sure that we can teach and, you know, have our teachings be mainstream. So having something that we can incorporate not only of our teachings, but also healing. When Eric first saw this hoodie, it really resonated with him just because he does work with a lot of youth. So having that color, having that mental health, that those hidden messages within our clothing, that's exactly what the message we wanted, is to really, you know, show who we are, teach as much as we can about the 7 teachings and the power words. I mean, I call these ones our power words, right? To be courageous in everything we do, and to recognize, you know, our animals and the teachings through, you know, through nature. So definitely these ones will be available to order. Now, you don't have to get the zipper. You can order them without the zipper. But again, this is perfect for anybody who is diabetic or anybody that requires, you know, medical intervention in their arms. The zipper can be added to any hoodie. So it's something that we want to offer to be able to modify clothing for, you know, different needs, right? So we can show you, we can do that, and we'll go from there. So Eric's going to be modeling this one for the runway. He's going to have the shorts, and he's going to have one of Tracy Metallic's shirts. We're making him a vest, and it's a beautiful gentleman's vest, you know, to kind of dress it up a little bit. Guys can dress up more than just a t-shirt and pants. So we're adding some style and flair. So then we have one extra special piece that we're creating. We can't really announce it just yet because we want it to be a surprise. But just to kind of give you an idea, less is more. And again, we're designing clothes around people who have diabetes that may need that extra pocket kind of thing to hold their medical device. And we're open to ideas too. Like, if anybody has medical challenges that have an idea that they want to run by us, let us know. And we're certainly open to it. But this is one of our prized, you know, designs. I'm very proud of how this all came together. It took a lot of work to kind of get it the right message. Like, we really wanted it to have the right message of mental health and courage and the 7 teachings. So there you go. They will be available to order, but this one is the one that we're going to be showcasing on the runway. And then we'll be posting the other 6 other teachings, the giboo, the wolf, the beaver, the turtle. And again, same concept. Every teachings will have the word, and then of course in English, and then Mi'kmaq. All the hoodies will have the same design down the side, because each one represents, you know, our teachings, and then each one will have the different animal. So that's what we're launching. Pretty cool. So prices are around $80 to $95. Depends on if you want the zipper or not. But we'll share more of that later on. But yeah, I just want to kind of give you the snapshot of our new collection that we just created today, finished them up. And I'm pretty excited about this. And, you know, just being able to kind of show this off a little bit. All right, I'll call it a night. I got to do a little bit more sewing before I call it a night, but there's a lot of work that still needs to be done. Tomorrow, we're going to be working with another model, and he is a veteran. He also has a service dog. So we're actually going to be designing his outfit with a service dog in mind. And we've got some fun pieces we're going to be showcasing. So, all right, that's the update for the fashion show. And I'll update you in again tomorrow and all the fun stuff we're doing. All right, there you go. Call it a night, and I'll see you tomorrow.